welcome back to our channel.
Hello. We thought we would do a slightly different video. I feel like we haven't done anything but a vlog in such a long time. And what do we do other than vlogs on this channel?
Mukbang, so we can talk
Q&As
more.
when we usually just eat food at the same time, which is great, isn't it?
I know, and I apologise every time because
I eat and I talk.
I sometimes eat and I talk and I get excited.
Dribbles down and it goes everywhere.
And people are like, oh my god, I can't with that. And I'm like, sorry guys, I just get excited. So I will try, keep my mouth shut.
As most of you guys know, we are currently in France, in the south of France, and so we thought we would do a bit of a French McDonald's mukbang.
Yeah, we love a McDonald's.
We have got to admit we have eaten McDonald's here before.
We have.
And so we do know. And I am vibing the chunky chips.
Yeah, we don't have these in the UK.
I feel like, okay, I don't want to be anti-French, but I feel like the French fries in France aren't as good as the French fries in the UK.
I know.
But these are
delicious.
brilliant.
So much better. I wish we had these in the UK.
Yeah, they are so much better than,
And what's this? Sorry.
Right. So I thought we'd mix it up. We have been to McDonald's, we had the burgers. We have, this is a McChicken sandwich, which is our favourite in the UK.
Yeah.
Tastes slightly different out here, but still very good. This is a coq monsieur.
Is it a dessert?
A
coq monsieur.
How do you say it? It's like a really famous French, it's a ham and cheese toasty.
Oh, okay.
But this is the McDonald's version. I wanted to try it, because it seems like a really strange thing for McDonald's to do.
I love that.
That's very creamy cheese, isn't it?
I love it.
Proper cream cheese.
I love it.
That's good. And then the nuggets are also good, and these Chinese sauce is amazing. Anyway.
Oh, this looks completely different as well. What the heck is this?
Oh, so that has an egg in it. Again, I thought I'd mix it up. We'd try something new. It's a beef burgery thing, but it's got egg in.
What? Oh my god, amazing.
Oh.
No, amazing.
Oh, I think you said minging. I was thinking, oh my god, that's minging. I went, oh my gosh, we do have some people who fancy.
No.
Not that, you know, I feel like if someone who was non-British was taking the mick out of British McDonald's, would you get offended?
No.
No.
McDonald's.
No, I don't. But that's what I mean. I was like, let's not offend the French people who watch the videos if they would care if we don't like McDonald's.
I don't think they would care. I don't think this is their cuisine that they pride themselves on, the McDonald's.
Oh, I don't know.
There's plenty of French food out there which is just beets. Baguette. Just, there we go. You've done it. You've nailed it.
Yeah, we've had some amazing meals.
Okay,
to be fair.
enough talk about food, even though we are doing a mukbang. Let's crack on with the cues. Okay, so you seem like you've loved your month in France. Any plans to do the same elsewhere? We have loved this month in France, guys. As you know, we are obsessed here. We're obsessed with the weather. Everything has been like just exactly how we would have loved it to be. Like, I think France...
It's been better than I imagined.
Yeah, which is crazy. Because we imagined it being great.
Yeah.
But it's been like...
And I think it's the contrast. I remember when we first got here, you kind of know when you're going to be here for a month. I had like an instant kind of hit of homesick. But then after a few days, like, it's just amazing. And it's like, even the house itself is amazing, but the location, like, it's so beautiful around here.
It
And
is.
the food's so good. And like...
Like, we've not done lots of... Oh, we haven't done any holidays in France, have we?
We've done Paris, and that is it. Together, that's all we've done. When I was younger, I used to go on caravan holidays to Brittany. Yeah. That was fun. It always rained though, even in August. It was just, used to track it down constantly.
Because it's quite neat, yeah.
It's basically UK weather.
It basically is.
But I've never been down to south of France before.
I just think it just beats everything. Like, it's so green compared to the weather and how hot it is. I just think it's so kind of like luscious, and the views, I just feel like nothing beats it. I mean, I might be biased because I've been here for a month and I've fallen in love, but it's spectacular. So yeah, we would love to do this not more often. We would love to do this again. Obviously with Mila, she's over there on the sofa. France was like a really good option for us because we drove with her, and whenever we're thinking of going somewhere longer term, we would always want to be able to take Mila. Yeah. So there are a lot of places which just wouldn't be an option for that with us.
But then in terms of European countries, we have spoken about how we could like drive down to Spain or Portugal or Italy, or we could even like go up to Germany or, you know.
Just takes longer.
It just takes longer. France is like the closest place to get a little bit of sun at this time of year.
Yeah, you would just have to like split up the driving. Like, it took us 3 days to get down here, so it may take more like 4 or 5. And then you'd really have to think about how long you were going to stay there for it to be worth that like kind of big travel on the way there and big travel on the way back. But it's definitely put in our mind that we would love to think about going to places and working from there, because also we'd never tried working from somewhere else, which was the whole reason that we kind of came out here, was that we wanted to try taking our work elsewhere. And we've just found that there's been no difference. Like any kind of like meetings you can have over Zoom. Obviously there are some meetings that need to be in person, which would be more tricky. I think going for longer than a month, it would get trickier with like meetings in person, especially with like my in the style meetings. I want to see all the fabrics in person and stuff. So I think I wouldn't do more than a month.
Oh no.
No, a month seems perfect.
A month is perfect.
Yeah.
And I think, I would definitely come back to this kind of area and I'd love to do it again.
I mean,
yeah, it's been incredible.
So good.
But I just munched my way through half that burger.
I know.
When you were doing the camera.
I know you did.
So if anyone's wondering where the burger's gone.
In James's mouth.
I ate it. Question number 2, please.
Has the warm weather helped clear up your eczema? So I'm actually really sad. I know I said this in the vlog, but this actually hasn't. And I don't know whether it's literally, this might sound so stupid, different sun or like different weather.
Fantastic, a different sun.
Yeah, so not a different sun, but like different, I don't know, UV percentages, I don't know. But when we went to Gran Canaria, my eczema just cleared up, like literally nothing to be seen. Out here, it's actually gotten worse. Like, I'm not sure if it's like more maybe humid and sticky, therefore my skin sweats more and it like agitates my skin more.
Especially for your skin, but also here, our days are consisted on going on dog walks, visiting kind of like the town areas and walking around, sitting in the house and doing worky bits. Whereas at Gran Canaria, we were it was very breezy and cool, and we were just we did nothing. We just sat in sun lounges and we, you know. Another
thing that I know is that eczema can be sort of stress induced. Not that I'm overly stressed with work, but I'm just I kind of like run on stress. I am quite a naturally stressed person, aren't I? And I like living like that, but I don't think it's the best for my eczema. And I think when I go on holiday, I often don't think of the fact that I am so chilled and so relaxed, and that's probably what kind of helps my eczema. So when I've come here, maybe that has proven to me that even when I'm in the heat and even when, if I'm still kind of like working flustered, you guys know I'm a freaking flustered person. Like on the vlogs, I can't hide it. I literally start 3 sentences in one go. Like that's just always been my personality. And I don't think it helps my eczema because it's like all kind of like...
That does make sense, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, yes. Gonna do a little insert.
I'm gonna interrupt this program for an ad break.
With our favourites, Casetify!
You guys know we work long term with Casetify.
I got the cutest case in the
we
world.
both have our Casetify cases on.
I love my case.
At the moment, mine just has a simple
basic.
I know. I love yours.
And me. Everyone comments on mine.
I know.
So someone thought, my friend who came down for my birthday weekend, she thought I'd like painted on a phone case. I was like, honey, I wish.
That's a big compliment though, isn't it?
I thought so, because that's what it's meant to look like. She was like, that's so cool. And I was like, I know, sis.
So Casetify asked us to make sure that you guys know that they also do Android cases. I asked my brother, who for some reason has a Samsung S21 rather than an iPhone. I'm not starting the battle, guys. I'm not going to start the Android v Apple.
We do with him in person.
We do in person. He's very much an Android lover, isn't he, my brother? And so he's currently got a Samsung S21.
And he's a tech person, so maybe he knows best.
Maybe. Oh, come on now.
No, okay, we're not going started.
So he's got a Samsung S21, and so I asked him to choose a phone case so that, you know, we can make sure that you guys know. I've seen it online, but I haven't looked at it.
I haven't seen it in person. I haven't seen which one he's chosen.
I can't remember what he chose though.
Come on then.
This is so my brother, it's unbelievable.
What does it say?
This is a designer phone case.
Oh my god, why is that literally...
It uses Helvetica and is black. Helvetica? I don't know what that font is called.
Oh, it's the font, of course. So oh my god, that's so your brother. This is the design that
my brother chose.
I love it.
As you guys know, Casetify have absolutely loads of designs and
so
loads of customization.
Yeah.
For you to kind of pick the phone case. This is a impact phone case, which is the same as what Carys has on her iPhone, which is drop tested up to 6.6 feet. And I have the Ultra Impact, so it has these kind of extra prongs on the corner, which take it up to 9.8 feet. Actually, absolutely love this
I love that. And it's just like looking at the case, and like mine as well, like obviously when they got the things there, you do get more. But like, I drop my phone 24/7, and with the impact one, it's amazing. And it looks like quite a dainty case. You wouldn't think it would protect it that much.
No. They have actually just released new cases for the new Android phones, which is the S22, the Z Flip, and the Pixel. So if you do have Android phones, go and check out Casetify. We'll leave our link in the description, or go to casetify.com/James and Carys to get 15% off your first order. How is the
renovation house purchase coming along? I'm very excited for that content. So I think the last thing, look at me, I'm beaming.
I'm very excited too, guys. I'm buzzing.
I'll just take a bite and I will.
I think about the same time, I was with the mouth.
Last thing that we did was put in the offer, which you guys saw, and we are essentially still have no confirmation, we have nothing, but things are in the pipeline and we should have some good news soon. That's pretty much, I feel like, all we can say, isn't it? Because like, nothing's, I just wish it was confirmed. I feel like I'm trying to stay chill about it because I'm really, really, really excited.
I think if you went out here living life for this month,
yeah, I'd be like,
hello, what's happening?
Any updates?
Hi, what's happening? Hello,
Hi.
what's happening?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to stay chilled. You guys know I'm not like, I get excited and that can often turn into like obsessed. So yeah, I'm happy that we've been here like chilling, and I'm hoping when we get back we'll have some news.
Definitely. I think we will.
It's such a dragged out way to say we don't know yet, but we're very excited, and I'm really excited for that content as well, and I'm so happy that you guys are.
I know,
too.
so many people are like messaging and they're like, oh, I can't wait to see it. Like,
I'm really excited.
It's what you know, especially you, Carys, like you love doing it. You've loved doing it to our house. You know,
I have.
Like, we absolutely love our house.
I know.
And it's done.
Like home reno stuff and it's done.
It's done. Okay, Carys? We're
Done.
not doing any more work to our house. I cannot live among builders for any longer, no matter how lovely they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm really excited because I think like renovation and all of that has been like a big part of our channel really since like day one. Even with our first house, we did like a lot of stuff, and it's always been something that I love and have been so passionate about. And so I just can't wait to make to just turn it into, yeah, just like a family home, or just like whatever home we want to turn it into. I'm just really excited. I just love home stuff in general. You guys know I'm so excited. Okay, how's your thyroid? Good question.
Oh yeah, this is a frustrating one, this is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, in terms of, you were meant to be tested.
Yeah.
You had the second call with the specialist 6 months after your first, and they never sent Carys to have her bloods done. And so they had the call and the guy was like, I haven't got any new bloods for you. And she was like, I know. When was I meant to have my bloods? And he was like, no one's organised for your bloods. And you were like, yeah, I know, no one's organised for my bloods. And he was like, how do you feel? And you were like, I feel okay. And he was like, awesome, I'm now going to send you a form so you can have your bloods done. And you were like, great. And then a month later, we're still going to get the form.
No, but I did speak then to the GP, the receptionist the other day at the GP's, and she said that I could do something. But I actually, like, as in, like, I could action it myself. Yeah. But I decided in the end, they were clearly not chasing up. They were fine with my results from the last time. I knew that they'd been within the normal range. Yeah. And I myself know how I feel when my thyroid's out of range. So if it ever is feeling that way again, I obviously will get it checked up. But I did have checks regularly for, you know, almost, I'd say 9 months. And things did sort of even out.
You had your bloods taken like twice.
They did them every month at one point, and then
did they?
Yeah, they were just not with the specialist. I had like a couple of the ones with just the GP, and then he forwarded it to the specialist. But then I only had 1 or 2 with the specialist, and then it was fine. But what?
And then I had 1 or 2 with the specialist, and then I forwarded it to
and then
and then it's like when you're younger and you have to write a story that's at least like 50 words. And then I went to see my mum, and then my dad was also there, and then we went to see my nan in the car, and then my brother came, and then we went to.
Oh, like I'm loving this story. What's going to happen? Where are you going in the car?
When we went to see my grandmother, that's what I said in the car. Oh no, I got a free cinema ticket.
Oh my god. Anyway, what was I saying? And then
Android.
Android.
Thyroid.
You got the case of my hand stuck in your head.
Thyroid.
I need a case by case for my thyroid.
That might protect it.
I know, honestly, something needs to. No, so for anyone that doesn't know what I'm on about, after having a baby, you can have so many issues, but it can affect your thyroid. And for me, my thyroid went overactive, and the first time I kind of went to get it checked out, my symptoms were like, I don't know why I didn't get it checked out sooner, but it was after having a baby, so you just kind of like write off all the symptoms to like, I was like sweating like through my clothes, my heart was beating really fast, like I felt anxious, my heart was like doing the, what do you call it, palpitations. When I chat it back, I'm like, why didn't I go sooner? But
yeah,
when you've just had a
really
baby, you don't
about it at all.
No, you don't want to.
I can't remember you even feeling that bad because of the fact you kind of just kept it to yourself and got on with it.
Well, not I don't like to complain, but like I remember being like, I'm sweating. I remember I was sleeping on a towel, and I was like, this is just what happens after you have a baby. Like this is just night sweats, and you do sweat after having a baby. All your hormones are all over the place. But when it had actually been going on for a long time, and also with all those other symptoms, like I should have got it checked out a little bit earlier. But anyway, I did get it checked out in a fine amount of time. But essentially, it was hypothyroiditis, which is when it like can fluctuate after having a baby.
Hypothyroiditis. Hypothyroiditis.
And so it went up and then it went down and then it went up, and like, you know, the symptoms just fluctuated all over the place, but...
And then they hope it evens out, don't they?
Yeah.
They hope it starts like this. And then
which it did. Oh, nuggets. Oh no, I did have one of these earlier.
So, yeah,
so essentially my thyroid, I'm feeling good. Like every now and then I will feel like really sweaty or like feel like really flustered, and I'm like, is it my thyroid? And then I'm like, no, that's just you. So I do...
But it is good. I think you should have your bloods done at least one more time. When we get home, I think we'll follow up at the GPs and try and get a blood test put through.
I knew it was serious at the beginning, and like if I ever felt any symptoms that were not even as bad as that, I would get it checked out. Like I wouldn't leave it as long as I did last time.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes you need like a not a scare, but like a, ooh, okay, no, next time I'll like not trust myself more, but like allow myself to go earlier and not feel like a pain, because like I do feel like that, and I do think it kind of stems from like my anxiety and my like whole not feeling good enough. Like sometimes you don't want to be a pain to the GPs, and I am like that. But yeah, I think it's good to trust yourself and like and know when you're not feeling good and go and get it checked out. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that if I ever feel like that again. But right now I feel great. I do not feel any symptoms whatsoever. Since birth...
Oh gosh, it's my favourite type of question.
I love the sex questions, guys. I just feel like they should be talked about. It's such a taboo topic. I love talking about it.
I don't mind talking about it anymore.
No.
I was definitely that person when we started going out, and even now, like among like friends, I'm a bit like, stop it, guys. Stop it. I want to know. Stop it.
And I don't know why you then got with me. Literally,
I didn't know you were like you were. Obviously, around in school, I didn't
know you were like you were.
She looks lovely, you know. She seems like a nice person. I'm gonna
About
go
me?
and try and hit it off.
Yeah,
with
but
her.
it only took
to only realise 3 months later, you know, you and your
Me and my
friends and like that, and having lovely conversations with your mum and your sisters.
We're all
this is
open
great.
here.
Brilliant.
Look, you've got to be. It's too taboo. Not enough people talk about it. I feel like with sex, like
now we talk about it enough for the rest of the world.
Ignore. Listen to me, guys. Come here. I just think, right, sex is so kind of like, you literally grow up thinking it's one thing, you see it in the movies, it's always framed in the same ways, it's always talked about in the same ways.
I'm not sure, see, I saw it on the American Pie movies, and that wasn't like sex in any other movie I've seen. But it was just
I've not seen
it was like awkward first times and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. I like that they did that.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
No. I don't know. Yeah.
Still very unrealistic though, in other ways.
Yeah, of course it always is going to be. That's the thing with movies and media and stuff. It's all, it can't be like whatever. There's just a lot more to it than you almost grow up knowing about, and I just think people struggle in silence a lot. They don't feel like they can talk about things that they're struggling with when it comes to that, or whatever. You feel guilty, you feel like you should be, wanting to have sex all the time, or you then feel like you're having it too much. You just always feel like something's, not always, but like, yeah. Anyway, I just think it's always good to talk about. What was the question?
Next question of the day, please, Carys.
Since birth, has your sex drive changed? Mine's definitely lower, and I feel bad for my partner. So I feel like your sex drive is going to change, like, throughout your life for so many different reasons. And people's, it can literally be, I don't know, it can just change for so many different things. And childbirth and having a baby is such a common one that leave people feel, with a lower sex drive. And I think a really comforting thing to know is that you're not alone. I've seen polls, I've seen articles, I've seen things all about this. How, yeah, after women have baby for so many different reasons, you just don't want to have sex. And it's a very, very normal thing.
Like, you've got all the obvious reasons, haven't you?
Yeah.
Such as, obviously, you've just physically given child to a birth.
You've given
just
child.
Physically given child to a birth. And then also you're just exhausted from having that newborn baby.
This
is for both guys, for both dads and mums.
100%.
Or 2 mums or 2 dads. Or,
Yeah.
But like, you're so just
exhausted,
focused on like keeping this new little precious baby alive. That, like, it kind of takes up all your thoughts, and then you're likely to be getting less sleep.
100%.
You're likely to be more tired. So it just makes sense why, just like during those, the early on you might go on less runs and you might go to the gym less. Sex is often physically demanding.
Yeah.
Tiring at times. At least one of us finds it tiring.
And then I think, Not me, hun. And then I think when, you know, you expect that almost when you first have a baby, and then the guilt starts to kick in when it's been a while, and you start feeling like, oh, I should be wanting to have sex again. But again, here's your reminder that it's very normal to not feel like that for a long time. Once you've had kids, your life is very, very different. And I hear a lot and see a lot online the word touched out, and however old your kids are, you can feel touched out because they are, you know, clinging onto you or grabbing you or cuddling you. And whether it's lovely amount of touched out, or you kind of just like your stress levels are at the end of the day because they've been pulling on you all day or whatever, the last thing you want is to kind of be touched by another human. That's the general idea of being like touched out.
That's so interesting. I've never heard that. And again, it all goes down the language of love route, doesn't it? Like, I guess if you love kind of that physical contact from both your kids and your other half, then you are far less likely to kind of feel touched out than if...
Potentially.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I know. It's very interesting, and I always hear people talking about that, and I think it's such a good thing to remember when you are a mum. Even if you don't have kids, though, please don't think that your sex drive should be sitting anywhere like normal. There's no normal amount of sex drive for anyone to have, in my personal opinion.
I think like guys cover it up in terms of I think guys are kind of expected to always have high sex drive.
100%. Like it's manly to have.
It's the
like,
same. Like I go up and down all the time.
100%. Like it's depending on how stressed you are, like what's going on in your life, or
I think stress is a big one.
Stress is a massive one, and I think another big one is
how often you see me in my speedos.
Gosh, that one's just number one.
As soon as the swimming briefs come out.
Top of the list. Speedos. Straight to the point.
Oh god, they're probably making so many people cringe.
I know. Confidence. Feeling confident in your body and feeling sexy in your body, and I think
that's a big one for me.
Yeah, no, it is. I think it's a big one for everyone. A massive one. And I've said this before, I think over on my TikTok or something.
If you're feeling yourself,
very briefly, but
feeling yourself.
You would expect that when I was like a size 6 or whatever, and I had like a flat stomach, and I would expect that was when I felt my sexiest and like had the best sex, and it wasn't. Like it honestly wasn't, because it's a mental thing. Your body confidence and you're feeling good and you're feeling sexy. It is kind of all up here, really, isn't it? And it is. You guys know I've been on a journey, and I feel very good in myself, and I feel very confident. And yeah, I think it's just, I want to say that as a reminder that you don't have to let your body changes or anything that you've been through, whether you've been through body changes or not. Sometimes you just start not feeling yourself. You don't even know why.
That's so true. My body rarely changes in shape and size, and yet mindset. A day apart or 2 days apart, I can be feeling myself or looking in the mirror like feeling like a slouch potato. And I look the same. It's just a mindset thing. It is. It's always a mindset thing. Yeah. So be kind to yourself. Start feeling yourself, sexy little minx. And just know that wherever your sex drive is sitting right now, you're not abnormal, and you're not weird, and it's normal. And but that being said, I think you always make a really good point when we talk about sex a lot, that it's always really good to communicate with your partner, because even though you may hear these things and be like, okay, I don't fancy having sex ever, like I'll just leave it at that. Obviously there will be a clash if your partner's like, well, I really want to, do it all the time. It's my language of love. I feel connected to you when we do it. Like that's very common as well for people to feel like that. So that obviously just boils down to then talking and communicating with each other and just deciding what's going to work best for you. Because I mean, that is really hard when you're at completely different levels, and that as well is going to be extremely common. And the best thing that you can do with that is just talk to each other, just be honest with each other, and just don't be embarrassed, because life's too short to kind of like hide away your feelings and feel embarrassed about certain things. And allow your partner to share how he, she, whoever is feeling as well, and just try and work on that together. It's like all differences in relationships.
100%.
Like, a relationship wouldn't actually work if both people were identical.
No, there's always going to be differences.
There's always going to be differences, and like with solving any differences and solutions, it's all about communication, whatever works for you in your relationship.
Definitely. Would you ever get a breast reduction? I feel like I've literally been leaning over because they're so heavy. Hold it. the whole video. Yeah, I've definitely considered a boob reduction. Big boobs run in my family, so I'm always going to have them. Even when I was at my smallest, I still had big-ish boobs. Now I look back, I'm like, they looked tiny compared to these melons, but they've gone down a lot actually since I stopped breastfeeding. It took about 2 weeks, but they have gone down in size, and that has given me a lot of weight off my shoulders. But
so you're just jiggling up.
I know.
So they are quite small now.
Actually, they're not even jiggling that much because this bra is such like a shield of armour. This, for any big boob ladies, is the Wonder Bra on ASOS. Wonder Bra. It's expensive, but it's worth it, okay? Because we can't find strapless bras to fit us if we got big boobs.
Is it strapless?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you see straps?
No, I just see your t-shirt straps.
I know. I would definitely think about having one. I would wait till after having all my kids, however many we are blessed with, and then kind of think about
like
things
so
then.
many.
I know,
Like,
that sounded like 8.
I'm like, what's going on here?
However many we can, the maximum we could be blessed.
This wasn't in the 20-year plan. Kid number 18 by the age of 36.
That
I
sounds
don't think that's
good.
physically possible. Twins or triplets you have.
Oh, that's exciting. We got triplets coming. So yeah, I would definitely think about it. It's not set in stone, but it's definitely something that I would think about depending on how my quality of life is with them. At the moment I do struggle with, I get a lot of pain in my upper back. I know I spoke about going to my osteopath and stuff, and like even she struggled to like, you know, do the kind of, what did they used to call them? Can't remember the name for them, but the cracking, popping, locking. Because my boobs were so big, I couldn't get through to my back. But
she did say she hadn't seen it. She'd never seen it as bad upper back tension.
Yeah, well,
because of your boob.
Yeah, it was just. Oh, did you hear that? I just clicked it all.
Yeah,
it was just
you
right across my
you?
bra strap area. So yeah, they do give me a lot of kind of pain and discomfort at the moment, but they're definitely manageable for now. And it's definitely something that I'll consider in the future, but I'm not sure yet because it does scare me. I'm so hot and flustered.
Boob reduction. In terms of scarring or
no, like just having the operation. They put you under.
Boobs? Oh, so the actual operation might not go
I think
well.
just any operation is scary, and like I don't know. Yeah, just the thought of being kind of like put under to have an operation that like I could not.
Do you have to go to Australia to have it done?
Going down under. That is not funny. That's a dad joke.
It's really not funny at all. Oh, I'm trying.
But I'm knocking you out. Oh, have any of you had boob reductions? Let me know your experiences, your like advice, whether it was like the best thing you ever did. Because like sometimes I come across people on TikTok and they've had it and they're like, it's the best thing I ever did, like changed my life, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
it just must make you.
I feel like I'd wake up and be
so
like,
much relief because
just
it must be so heavy on your shoulders.
so heavy.
And I, like, in the nicest possible way, couldn't care less either way whether you've had it or not in terms of physical looks.
It's not a boob guy, guys. Got all these to give. Okay, it's not a boob guy. No, you love them.
I like your. This sounds really weird. I do like your boobs. I promise.
I know you do.
Like your boobs.
No, I know you do.
The camera just turned off because of temperature.
It's too hot.
During my boob rant.
Basically, James loves my boobs, but you'd obviously want me to do whatever
And if
I
it was
want.
me, I was saying that I have a little bit of dandruff in my hair, and the number of times I thought about just shaving it all off because it just does my head in.
James just loves anyone however they look, and so he's not bothered. He's not bothered, but
It's the practical comfort.
Yeah.
I'm all about comfort in
you'd
life.
almost find me sexier if I was practical.
Yes.
You'd
If
be
I could
like-
look at you and go, she looks comfortable.
That would be exactly because you would love the thought of me being
At the
comfy.
moment, she
I
can
know
off in the
that.
night, this like red strap mask, and I'm like, that doesn't look comfortable.
That doesn't look comfortable or practical. Turn off. Oh my god, people are going to take this way too seriously, but we don't, so that's the main thing. Anyway, before the camera explodes from heat, we are going to love you and leave you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. I feel like we weren't used to mukbang Q&A-ing.
Honestly, I
It
feel
was a
all
mess.
over the place in that Q&A. I was just sitting back going,
What are we doing?
What to say?
What are we saying? What are we doing? Anyway, before it turns off again, love you guys. See you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Bye.